Hi guys, you're officially welcome to Becoming That Person, the podcast by Celestina, your host of course. And it is a place where we get real with life, self-improvement and everything in between. When I decided to start this podcast, I was like, okay, I was wondering what am I going to talk about as my first episode? And I did not tell anybody about this podcast. I did not say anything because I didn't want the critique. I wasn't ready to tell people my plans. I just feel like this is the point in my life that like I don't tell people about things. I just do it. If it doesn't work, then I talk about it. But anyway, so when I thought about like, oh, okay, yes. And it's funny how like I plan how I'm going to put the podcast out. I'm going to start it, and then all of a sudden today I woke up and something was just in my head telling me that record the video, record the video. I was like, okay, record the video. Okay, let's do it. So I was still thinking, what will the episode be like? What am I going to record? But then I realized that okay, nothing is more aligned to talking about becoming that person or becoming that girl, but for real time this time around. So yeah, for real this time. Not like just doing the matching aesthetic vibe, lighting candles in the night and calling it a productive day, but we are actually going to put in the work to put our lives together. That is what I feel like it's okay to talk about that as a first episode that is going to align with this one. So yeah, I'm going to talk about becoming that girl as for real this time, not just the aesthetic vibe. Okay, so yeah, before we go in deep, let me tell you why I actually chose this topic. I am someone that like I like watching podcasts, or I just like watching people talk, and I like listening to people when they're talking, not all the time, something that interests me. So podcasts like The Diary of the CEO, Candace Owens, Key Plummer, and then Keep It Positive, Sweetie, like a whole bunch of stuff of women that I admire so much that I watch. And then Nancy Iseme, she's a Nigerian. She have a show that she hosts a lot of celebrities that talk about their wins and everything. So this I admire them a lot, and I always have it in my vision, my imagination that this is what I want. And if you know me personally in my other YouTube account, you probably know the number of times I tried to create a version of that, but it didn't work on. I tried with the four L's with my friend Beatrice, but it didn't go as planned because we all got busy with stuff. And then I also try one that like I just invite people and we talk about it, and I was able to do that one once and twice and all that. Like it just felt like I can't push people to be in your vision. Like I can't let people be in your vision. That's how I felt, because we all have different things that we do together and the timing doesn't really go well as we plan. So it was so hard for me to keep it going, and then the time that I want to record, that is the time that they are not available. The time that they are available, I am not available. So it was just like missing the vibe and all that. So I'm like, okay, since it is this, I'm just gonna do something that I admire in my imagination, something that I admire in my visions. So I'm just gonna let it come to pass. So I created this channel just to post my podcast talking about everything that I have to do with self-improvement, everything between, and then being that person that I imagine in my visions and in my vision board. Not only putting it in my vision boards, but also bringing it out to life. So yeah, so that is the main reason why I kind of like say no, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this, but not in the aesthetic vibe anymore. I'm not following the trend. I'm just gonna become that person. I'm going to become that girl, but in real this time, not the aesthetic vibe that is trending everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Lemonade. No, I'm gonna do the actual work to become that person. So listen, I like aesthetic vibes, okay? I like watching aesthetic vibes or aesthetic videos on Instagram, and then TikTok, and then Pinterest. But the point about it is that, like, the issue I have with like doing the aesthetic vibe or becoming that person or becoming that girl trend that is going on the aesthetic way is about like they trying, or like it's actually focused more on looking put together instead of being actually put together. I don't know if you guys get what I mean. Like they present that they are being looked they are being put together, their lives are being put together, but like when you come to reality they don't really look put together. Do you get what I mean? That's exactly how I have, like, that is the problem, or that's the issue I have with becoming that person or that girl aesthetic vibe trending everywhere. I feel like they look put, or they present being put together, but like they are not being put together. Yeah. So this is what I think. Okay. So I'm actually not here to talk about the performance. I'm actually here to talk about the reality. So I'm going to break it down. What does it really mean to be that girl? Not just the aesthetic vibe, but in action. What does it mean to be that girl? Not in aesthetic vibe, but to be in action and performance. So I'm gonna be defining some real stuffs here. Being that girl, or what does it actually mean to be that girl, is not about you waking up early or having a morning routine or a self-care routine that, like, you wake up early, do your facials, take your coffee, or go to Starbucks and get your latte and all that. I feel like becoming that girl is actually have a lot of responsibilities when it comes to reality, because it means that you have to take responsibility of your life. It means that you have to follow through all your commitments you promise yourself. It means that you have to prioritize your physical and mental health. It means a whole lot more than just waking up. It means like building financial stability. It means setting boundaries and enforcing those boundaries. It means that you're constantly learning and growing. You're not only learning, but you're growing. So being that girl or becoming that girl is who you are when no one is actually watching you. For example, you have a lot of to-do lists, and then you feel like, okay, to-do list, I'm gonna do this every day. You have to do this. For instance, I get up every day, and before I go tonight, I put a lot of things that I plan to do the following day or the next day, and that is like to do this. So I list them, and then I put them one after the other. And when I wake up in the morning, I just know what I'm going to do. I don't have to think about, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. But who are you? Being that girl is when no one is watching you. Okay, so when you have all this list being done every day, and then you wake up in the morning and you're on your bed scrolling through internet, bombing TikTok and all that, because no one is actually watching you. And in the night, you come back to do your night routine with your facials and light candles and calling it the productivity. No, that is not becoming that girl, because that is just about you performing or following the aesthetic trend that is going everywhere. But putting into action is you sitting down with your thoughts and asking yourself why you keep procrastination. That is who you actually become that girl in reality. Okay, so let's get deep into it. Becoming the best version of yourself sometimes it's actually hard. It doesn't really look pretty. It's not like sugar, and I'm not sugarcoating everything. It doesn't really look perfect, okay? So like you wake up early in the morning. You Let's say you are going to you're someone who wants to wake up early, and you want to discipline yourself in the point that you want to wake up early in the morning. Okay, every time you want to wake up early in the morning, and like 6 o'clock, do your prayers, go for your morning walk, and then your morning activities will come in the aesthetic vibe or trending of it. You are going to look for aesthetic cute lamp, or a clock that you come and put it there with a latte, or like a RGB light to light at your bed, and put a nice ringtone at your alarm to ring at 6 o'clock. But when you come to the reality of this, is you cutting down whatever that is causing you not to sleep at night, and going to bed early, setting your screen time on your phone to go shut on do not disturb on 10 o'clock or whatever time, so that you can sleep early and wake up early. Do you guys get the difference? Because we all know that everybody have this in the aesthetic videos, you see people waking up early in the morning at 7 o'clock from the alarm being ring or rang. and then they wake up at 7 o'clock with their lights and the thing. But the point is, did they really wake up 7 o'clock to make that video? Because you probably won't know, because they might just set the time at 7 o'clock and then for the video's sake, because they want to go with the aesthetic vibe. Coming to the reality is you cutting everything that I've said about and then getting your rest so that you can wake up early in the morning. So what are the things that we are going to put in place that we can become that girl for real this time around, not following the aesthetic vibe? Okay, so listen, we are going to get into the real step actually now that will help us to glow out, in and out. Okay, so first I'm going to say get clear with what you want. Okay, you can't become that girl if you don't know exactly who that girl is for you. That is, God even said it, that you have, I know you in your mother's womb before you were born, so he did literally have the purpose for you. But in the same Bible that it says that, tell me what you must ask and I will give it to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you, in Matthew 7:7. This is basically telling you that the life that you want, you have to ask God for it. This is to tell you that the vision board that you have building or you are designing, it's basically telling you the lifestyle you want. But if you don't know what you want, you can't become the person that you want. Do you get what I mean? If you don't know you want to be a teacher, how then do you go to training college to be a teacher? Exactly. So you literally have to get clear with what you want, but for real, not social media or like not anything. You literally have to know the kind of woman you want to be. Okay, so instead of copying someone's lifestyle on social media, write down the vision of your ideal kind of life that you want. Do you want to be more disciplined? Do you want to be more creative? Do you want to be more socialized? Get specific with what you actually want. That is the first thing I'm going to say. And the second thing I'm going to say, prioritize your physical and mental health. You don't have to drink coffee all the time just to match the aesthetic or take care of yourself. The point is, you can, like, every human being is entitled to 8 hours sleep, I guess 7 to 8 hours of rest every night. So you have to sleep at least 7 hours, or you have to sleep at least 8 hours to maintain yourself, because you have to literally prioritize your physical and your mental health, not about you taking all those pills that to make your face look nice or to make you have mental stability. Do you at least get 7 to 8 hours of rest every night? Right. Move your body, even if it's just like a walk. You just don't sleep throughout the day because you don't have anything planned for the day. You can't do anything. You just don't do that. You have to move your body, move an inch, just do something. Just make your body active. Okay, and then eat good food, healthy food that will actually fuel you, give you energy, give you relaxation. You just don't eat anything because you feel like you're hungry. Then like go to therapy or journal. Like, it's important to process your thoughts. Honestly, I've been journaling for so long that I'm used to it, because it's just like, so no one is actually interested in listening to your thoughts lately, because everybody is so occupied with whatever that is going on with their life and have no time to process what your thoughts are. So it's actually good to kind of journal what your thoughts are, or what your steps are, or what you feel like doing. Or you can go to therapy if you want to go to therapy, because they are professionally designed to listen to your thoughts and what you feel like, and they can help you with that. So if you are feeling mentally drained, okay, you have to check your habits. What are you doing? What are the things that you are doing that are draining you mentally? And you have to put inventory of those things that are draining your energy, that is leaving you always drained mentally and physically. And the third thing is build discipline. Okay, not just motivation. Okay, build discipline, not just motivation. So when we talk about discipline is something that builds the life that you want. Okay, and motivation is something that encourages you. So if you just have only motivation without having what you want to be, like, how does it go? So you have to know what you want to be, start building it with the discipline, and the motivation will fuel your discipline. Do you get the difference? Okay, so let's talk about this in reality. So you have to create a realistic routine. Okay, you just don't say that I'm going to do this because everybody's doing it and it's a trend in TikTok or it's a trend in Instagram. You're going to build a realistic routine that you can follow and it won't affect you. You can follow and you'll be at stake, like mentally and physically stable with it. Okay, and then you have to stick to your commitment even when you don't even feel like doing it. This year I told myself that I was gonna run every morning, and then earlier this year it was really cold, and it got so cold to extend that one day I woke up and I didn't even want to go out. I just told myself that I have committed myself to this, so I want to go out. So yeah, why not? So go. So you have to stick it with it, even if like you don't want to do it, because you have to make commitment to your discipline that you are building your life that you want, and keep your promises to yourself. I know this is so much that all of us are being caught into. Everybody has something that they want to do. Everybody has something that, oh, I will do it. The will alone is a promise. When you say that I will and you don't do it, you don't keep your promise to yourself. How then do you keep promises to people? So the point I'm trying to make here is that when you tell yourself that, oh, I'm gonna do laundry today around 7 o'clock, you do the laundry at 7 o'clock. Do not say that, oh, it's already past time, I'm not going to do the laundry. No, do the laundry at 7. But that's how you keep promises to yourself. So as I was explaining, if you set your time that you want to go for a workout, as I said earlier, I wanted to go walk, and it got to a point that I just didn't want to go anywhere. I just want to sit because it was so cold, but I still treated it like it's an appointment that I have booked with someone, and I can't feel the bone. Like your nails appointment you booked with, you have to treat all your commitment to like an appointment that sounds like you have your nails appointment that you can't miss. You have to go for a workout, you have to treat it like that too as well. Okay, so the fourth thing I'm going to talk about is clean your space and finances. Okay, clean your space and finances. This is what I'm going to say. Your environment affects your mindset. Okay, if your place is so everywhere, it's going to affect your mindset. That your mindset is going to tell you that that's how you look in reality. So if you know me very well, I think like no one knows me, especially those that are close to me, when it comes to like my private areas. So I'm gonna say this first: decluster your space if it is not well looking like the life that you want it to be. I'm someone that like I can't stay if it like, let me just use my bed for instance. If my bed is staying for one specific corner for so long, I get bored. So I have to twist it around and make it look something very nice that I envision in my head. So you have to literally make your space look so nice, make it look so appealing that like this is what you want. So your place cannot be so bad, or it cannot be everywhere, scattered everywhere, that you want to be someone who is so committed to organizing places, and then your place is so everywhere. It doesn't really align. Okay, go on budget. Okay, go on budget. I don't know how much it is. If there are things that are in your campus for free, and you feel like, oh, I can get it for free at the same time I can go and buy it, which one will you choose? I will probably go for the one that is free. I don't have to literally spend my money in it than to go for the free. If you have like coupons, use them. Okay, use your coupons. There's nothing wrong with you using your coupon. Okay, so go on budget. If something that is on sale and it's something that you want, it's better for you to get it at the low price than to go and buy the full price because it's still on sale. So know how to budget. Okay, and things that like you buy it at high prices, there are places that you buy it at low prices. So what's the essence of going to buy it at high prices when you can actually buy it at low prices? Okay, so stop spending just to look successful. This I'm gonna say, I'm not saying don't look good. Disclaimer: you have to look good. Okay, you don't have to look like you look like your problems, but you don't have to overdress to look like you're successful when your bank account is 0 0. Okay, look good but don't look like you're successful when your bank account is 0 0. I'm repeating this so that you guys will know where I'm coming from. Okay, there are difference between looking good and looking successful. Okay, I can't come and borrow, like I can wear my Shein's clothes, I can wear my Timo clothes and still look good. I don't have to wear Gucci to look good. Okay, because I can't afford Gucci or whatever designer bags that it is. I can't afford it. So if I'm trying to still break my account to go and get that, that is me just looking successful, because I feel like those that uses designer bags or designer clothes are people that have enough in their bank account and they can still afford it and still have something left. You get what I mean? So Do not look successful when you cannot. Do not break your bank to look successful when you cannot. Okay. So for instance, let's say that you are always buying clothes from Shein. Okay, you keep buying clothes from Shein from every paycheck. It's time for you to reassess your priorities. Cause like, bro, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? You feel like after, like, you have a paycheck that comes in, and after your paycheck you have $50 left, and that $50 that you will use to like just keep or save, you use it to go to Shein to buy. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, that's what I feel. Okay, so okay, reassess your priorities. Okay, this is important. Build a strong mindset. Your mindset dictates your success. Let's get this real. I was listening to book because like I got so busy that I don't read anymore, but I was listening to book that what was the title of the book? It talks about your mindset. I forgot it, but if I remember I'll let you guys know. But it talks about your mindset, and then your subconscious, your mindset of subconscious. Hold on, let me get it. Hold on, I'll pull it out because I'm about to get the wrong thing for you guys, and I don't want like looks like. Okay, I got it. It's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Okay, when I say your mindset dictates your success, I mean it, because this book literally told me how you can manifest a lot of things. I don't actually believe in manifestation, because don't get me wrong, I admire people that do it, but it's just that it's not for me. Okay, but I also feel like it's something that your mindset tells you that you're gonna be successful. It's you that is feeding your mindset. So if you feed your mindset with positivity, you're going to produce prosperities, or whatever English it is. But yeah, I'm trying to say that if you tell your mind that I'm gonna pass this exam, you pass the exam. So whatever you feed your mind is whatever that comes out. So garbage in, garbage out. You get what I mean? Whatever you feed your mind, that is whatever that the mind is going to produce. So that is what I'm saying, that your mindset dictates your success. So if you tell your mind that I'm gonna pass this exam, you're surely gonna pass that exam. If you tell your mind that I'm gonna get rich, you're gonna get rich. If I tell my mind that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it, because whatever you tell your mind is what your mind produces. So that's what I'm trying to say. So the things I'm going to say, work on your positive self-talk. Okay, there are certain things that like I just feel like, bro, they are reality to things. Okay, but when you put your mind to work, or when you tell your mind that, oh, I just failed this exam, but I'm not gonna let that one break me down. I'm just gonna learn from it. It's a lesson. I'm gonna look at what I did wrong to correct it the next time I'm gonna write the exams. That is what we call self-talk. And you didn't you're supposed to do something and it's so hard for you, and you'll be like, oh, a lot of people have failed this, but I think I can't do it, because you can do it, because you're telling your mind that you can do it, and you will be able to do it because you're feeding your mind that I'm gonna do this, and you're going to do it because your mind is going to produce whatever that you feed it. Okay, yeah. So the next thing is learning from your failures. Okay, when you say learning from your failures, most of us just take failures to be like, oh, it's failures are just like failures. I feel like failures are just step back. This is not the right time. That's how I feel. So I don't really get mad when I get failed anymore. I just learn from it. As I said, I look at the things that I was supposed to do and I didn't do it, and then I just learn from it, and that is it. So not relying on validation from others. Okay, when I said this, it took me a while to really kind of take it out of my head, but it's really working. This is part of you building a strong mindset. You don't rely on people to validate whatever that you're going to do. Sometimes you just have to tell yourself that, bro, you got this. And when, like, sometimes you just got to go in awe because of your mindset and your perceptions. Go in awe, and when you fail, you learn from it. Because when you're thinking that you want to learn from people, or you want to, oh, I need this person to tell me that, oh, it's right before I can do it. I need this person to tell me that, oh, you can do it before you do it. You are basically living their life, not your life. Okay, so you just have to have this positive mindset that, oh, I'm gonna do it, and you'll be able to do it. Okay, so for instance, you being afraid of starting something that because you might fail, remember, the only way to guarantee failure is not to try it at all. So for instance, I was thinking that I needed to tell people about this podcast before I can start it. I needed to tell people that you need to look at what I have going on before I can start it. But then I was like, even if I start it and people don't watch it, what will happen? And even if I start it and I don't continue, what will happen? But the thing is, if I don't start, I will not know whether it will go, or I will not know whether I'll be able to do it. And I don't need people to tell you that do it before you can do it. That's not what I need. I need to trust my mindset. I need to build a strong, positive mindset that I can do it and I'll be able to do it. You got this and you'll be good. Okay, so with all these points or steps, I feel like we can really get into becoming that kind of person we want to be, that girl for the real time, not the aesthetic way of living with it. Okay, so listen, I love a well organized morning routine. Okay, but if that morning routine isn't making you a better person, it's just a performance. Okay, so like true self improvement happens behind the scene. That's all I got to say. So I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. Pick one area of your life, whether it's your health, your financials, your discipline, your mindset, and then just make a real change using these steps that I just spoke about and put it into action. No shortcuts, no aesthetic. Just go deep and go hard. Okay, you can become that girl, but for real this time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, my first episode. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that I have a podcast that is called Becoming That Person Podcast by Celestina. And of course, I am your host. And whoever needs to hear this, let it reach them. And don't forget to listen to this when you're doing something like your laundry, you're at work, you're on your break for your lunch. You can listen to it in Spotify, because I'm going to be uploading to Spotify too as well, the audio, and then I'm going to be uploading the video one on YouTube. And then I will see you guys next time. I love you all. Bye.